So decentralized autonomous organizations, in my personal opinion, will ultimately prove the most important introduction of the Bitcoin white paper specifically. And there, because a lot of the externalities that we are talking about today are really externalities of how we do capital formation. So if you take a company like Google, for example, Google is a public company with its obvious main mandate of increasing shareholder value. So how do you increase shareholder value? Well, you implement a particular business model that increases cash flow and profits for the company. So, and I made this point for a very long time. That was one of the first articles that I wrote in 2018, that you are not a Google user, you're a Google product. The actual Google client is the quote unquote advertiser. And I say quote unquote advertiser because Google's business model over the years has evolved from being simply an advertiser to offering social engineering solutions as a service to their clients, because on average, they will have somewhere in the neighborhood of 4,000 to 5,000 data points that they make available to their actual clients that then use it to either encourage you to look at certain things, buy certain things, or in some cases don't do certain things. That's why I'm saying it's not necessarily advertising, right? It's social engineering as a service. And then I think most people at this point in time are aware that this is the exact business model that Facebook adopted. They are selling social engineering as a service solution. Again, you can't fault them for that because it's an externality of the overriding primitive of being a for-profit organization whose mandate it is to increase shareholder value. And since they adopted this particular business model, they have to keep doing that, right? Oh, well, I actually disagree with that, but that's the position they're taking. So how does that compare in reality? So you have the largest bank in the United States, JP Morgan, with 250,000 employees. And then you have this little global network called Bitcoin with less than 10 full-time developers that still work on Bitcoin Core. And Bitcoin does about 172 trillion in transaction volume, whereas JP Morgan has a fraction of that. Again, I'm not going to read the entire thing. Actually, the last number here for the Bitcoin market cap today is slightly off. It's 900 billion, not 1.1 trillion, but I'm sure we're going to get back to that one. But the larger point there being is Bitcoin is a DAO, JP Morgan is a for-profit company with the mandate of increasing shareholder value. The other point here as a side note is there's this whole really unfortunate propaganda around the carbon effect and the energy FUD around Bitcoin. This can simply be defeated with 3 simple sentences that are very common sense. If you know what Bitcoin is or Bitcoin miners paid last year for energy per kilowatt hours, which is 5 cents, you will realize that mining goes where the energy is the cheapest. And the energy is the cheapest where the energy producer cannot sell it to the public at a higher price. My own energy consumption is like 32 cents per day per kilowatt hour and 16 cents at night. So if they could sell it to me, they would sell it to me. So the larger point there is Bitcoin is the first very, very, very efficient global energy consumption network. It will go where there's extra energy, and then already 65% of all Bitcoin is mined using renewable energy. But so whenever you see this energy FUD around Bitcoin, keep in mind, it's simply propaganda and it has been debunked for at least 4 years. And we know who issued the original research report, PricewaterhouseCoopers, and who was financing that particular report.